We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Rip your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! You take so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What's going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. This is episode number 645 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we've got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Think the Krauts have a Gundam?
Yeah. Coming in from the bottom of a well, Jose Guzman.
No lights, no chill.
Kelly Harris is here. What's up, Kelly?
Mahoney, when I move into your house, which room can I have?
I mean, you want your choice: guest room, basement. I don't know, plenty of space.
Basement. I
Fantastic.
You want to sleep on the deck?
Oh.
hammock.
I had to give away the hammock. I set the whole hammock when we did the whole remodel. I was like, we haven't used the hammock in a couple of years. It's time to get rid of this thing. So I set the whole thing up. Right, took a bunch of pictures to put it on the this is free, come get it part of the website. And then I was like, let's just lay in it one last time. Thing snapped in half. Cannot believe I set this all up and then nearly killed myself.
Well, at least that wasn't a lawsuit. Imagine you giving it to somebody, then they set it up, they're all happy.
Right.
First thing they do is die.
As is,
Buyer
buddy.
beware.
As is.
Motherfucker sold me a booby-trapped hammock.
It was free. It was a free
Yeah,
movie
but then
trip.
that's when you tell them, yes, but how much did you pay for it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like what I sold you is an adventure.
For sale, one broken hammock, slightly fucked in.
Yeah.
I know, we never got to prove that we could fuck on the hammock.
Can't be
It's a
done.
real shame.
Can't be done.
It definitely could be done.
Well, in my headcanon, you did.
yeah.
Can you
And it
prove
was
you can fuck on a
magnificent.
broken one? Or is
What?
it long
Definitely
gone?
fucking a broken one.
No, it's long gone. Once it broke, I just snapped the rest of it and called the salvage guy to be like, I got metal. You want this stand?
With his fucking bare hands, he just picked it up and just
tell you what.
snapped it all like Captain America cutting firewood.
The only thing that is legal, that is as close to people get about heroin, is if you call a dude who's into scrap metal.
Oh, yeah.
They come itching and running and just what you got? What kind of metal you got? They don't care what it is.
You got copper? You ripped that shit out of your wall just now?
Yeah.
You want to replace all them pipes in your house? What you doing?
They don't give it. You could be like, yeah, my aunt died. She had fillings, and they're ripping into your driveway at 65 miles an hour.
I've been waiting for this.
They don't care. They're in.
It is an interesting person, isn't it? It's a special type of cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
but
into
it's
scrap metal.
same kind of ballpark as like a storage auction person or
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
hoarder.
Yeah, hoarder is really what it gets at, because it's just I don't want to just drive around with a truck full of trash and like a vague future plan to go to the scrapyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You know, I mean, it only makes sense to go with a full load, right?
Yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah.
And that's just their entire life then.
Yeah. Like you're trying to get groceries and you're like, oh, hang on. I just have to fit it in around all this garbage I took from a random stranger on Facebook.
If I'm not
Can you believe they were giving this away for free?
Exactly. Didn't they know they could make $17?
If I'm not mistaken, one of the main characters on 1,000-Pound Best Friends was so hard up that they would usually go to the scrapyard. They would bring scrap metal to the scrapyard. And that's when they had her get on the industrial scale because she couldn't find a scale, like a regular
Jesus
scale.
Christ.
We said, well, while we're here,
Yeah.
like, how
We might
big
as well use
is it
this.
for real?
Do you think it was her idea, the friend's idea, or the scrapyard's idea?
I'm pretty sure it was the producer's idea.
Well, yeah, fair.
The scrapyard guys are like, bet
Yeah.
we could fit her in there.
But in his
Like-
defense, you know they all were thinking.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on.
Like
Or was
she
it-
comes rolling in, and the scrapyard guy's like, "Hey, hear me out. Come on over this way."
Oh, we got a big one here.
Yeah, him and the producer are like rushing to each other with the same idea.
Just
Mm-hmm.
making
No,
eyes.
no
at
one
each other.
says anything. They just kind of like raise their eyebrows at each other and
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
give it like,
We need
you know?
to, we need to
One
make
guy,
it seem like
one
it's her
guy
idea.
unwraps a fun-sized Snickers and throws it on the scale.
Fun
Brother, you see
size.
what I'm seeing?
That's not gonna
Is
make
there-
a move.
It's everything we've been waiting for.
I bet it would make a move. Scrapyard
the
guy's
one
like,
that
if only
fucking-
she was made of metal, I'd be able to retire.
Yep. Yep.
If only she was copper pipes.
Isn't she the one that would like pound like 2 liters at a time and call them Mercedes? Is that her?
Oh no, that's 1,000-Pound Sisters. That is Tammy from 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Oh,
Yeah, you
so there's a show about
stupid
sisters
idiot.
and some fucking friends too.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
those sisters are not the 1,000-pound best friends, Lee. They're
Yeah.
the sisters. God.
Lee, they fucking hate each other.
The thing about the 1,000-Pound Best Friends though is that there's 4 of them. So at any given time, if
my
one of them
4,000
weight,
pounds?
if one of them loses weight, another one has to gain the weight back so that they're still 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
I bet
otherwise,
that's not a problem.
it's false advertisement and they'll get
well, that's like
sued.
$2.50 a pop. Like that's not small, but you know that's not.
Oh, so
Real
wait, they're not
satiable fat.
all 1,000 pounds? They're 1,000 pounds total?
Well, I think it was initially the main 2 that were the 1,000 pounds together, but then
Okay.
they've since added 2 other big girls to
That's-
the group.
That's far less impressive.
Yeah,
That's
that's
basically
cheating.
just your average table at Applebee's.
yeah.
Oh, it's impressive.
I'm not impressed.
Fucking wild. Absolutely wild.
Mahoney's here.
I'm here.
That's right. What's up, Mahoney? Sorry, we got distracted talking about
Trash.
fucking
If only this
trash and-
1,000-pound sister was a rusty golf cart.
Well, it was
Oh, that'd be
Kelly's
the best.
intro was asking Mahoney a question, and then we went just off on a tangent and ended up on a hammock, and then 1,000-Pound Best Friends.
Yeah, Kelly's gonna
That's
move
why
into my
you
house and bang
Lee.
my kid's teacher.
Don't say it live on the air, because then she'll
I'm sorry.
hear
I'm
this.
sorry. He's gonna make love to my kid's teacher.
Yeah, there we go. Maybe they're a fan. Who knows?
Maybe.
So,
If you're a fan, come on, cut her some slack.
speaking of, the other day we
I
went
am
to-
very excited to hear
Speaking
what
of banging
this is
teachers,
segueing into,
Yeah,
Lee.
no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good actually. We were at it was a friend of the show, an all-time guest, Jennifer. It was her birthday this past
Mhm.
week, and so we went to local bar restaurant. They had a band come into play. They did like all this 80s cover stuff. It was good, 80s tribute band. So before that, it was like a theme thing, so she wanted us to all dress up like for 80s and shit like that. So everybody had their little outfits on or whatever.
Lee's
Nicole
like,
had
I
this
wonder if I have any T-shirts with 80s robots on them.
That's what I said, but they were like, no, you gotta try. And like, fuck. So I had to I had to get some shit.
Did you just
But it was cool.
dress as cocaine? The concept
Nah.
of cocaine?
No, I got myself a fucking denim cutoff vest, put some patches on it and shit like that. When I was a real 80s scumbag rocker dude, it's pretty good.
Like
You're
how he
just a
says,
guy
got
going to
one,
a
like
concert.
He didn't already have it.
I did not have a denim cutoff vest. A bunch of other shit I had, but I did not have that. And having never really worn a vest before, what a stupid, fucking impractical article of clothing that is. I don't understand. Like, how is a culture we let vests remain blows my mind. Like, what? Fucking dumb.
Hey,
Just
man.
add an extra weight for no reason.
But they got pockets. They got extra pockets.
That's true. Extra pockets is good, but that's like utility, like not just like for fucking going out and about. I don't know. Anyway, Nicole had this ridiculous outfit on. She went lots of neon, big hair, teased it up, all this crazy shit, very loud.
Oh, hell yeah.
And yeah, it was. I wasn't not into it. Let's just put it that way. It was a solid look, and everybody's kind of busting balls, whatever. And one of our friends looks at Nicole and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna wear that later when you're making love." And so I fucking opened my mouth and raised my hand, but I stopped myself and I looked at Nicole, and she goes, "Go ahead." And I said, "Sir, I don't make love, I fuck." And Nicole goes,
Oh my
"I didn't know you were gonna say that."
What did she
what do you
think
think I was gonna say? She's like, "Not that, you fucking lunatic." And I said, "Well, I did." Sorry.
She thought you were going to say, "Sir, I don't make love. I get my ass ate."
It's incredibly. It's so much weirder that it was a guy. Like,
Yeah.
if it's if it's just some random lady she's friends with, okay, fine, weird comment. But like, it's very weird when guys are just like, "Hey, FYI, thinking about you fucking right now."
Makes it better. He's like,
No. I'm thinking about you making love
Right.
now.
That's different.
Oh, yeah,
That's not
sorry.
creepy.
That's even weirder.
if it's making you feel any better, it's a 50-plus-year-old gay man in a bright pink tracksuit.
Oh,
So,
hell
Alright,
yeah.
that does make me
Okay.
feel better.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very different
That
vibe. Yeah,
corrects.
yeah, for
no,
sure.
he is definitely thinking about you making love then.
Yeah, so he was thinking about you fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, even better. Give me more visuals."
Yeah. Fucking look good, Freddie. Good shit. But
He's like, "No, but seriously, what about that eating ass?"
and I'm like, sign up for my OnlyFans. He says, "Shing." No. But that was a good time. Good band. It was a good time. And then this is what I was gonna say before the show. We went to see the Mrs. Doubtfire musical that's touring right now.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that
a
was
real
a
thing?
thing.
It is a thing, yes. Because we're fucking theater people now. We have season tickets to the theater because my lady likes theater shows. And
I need to get you some
going
opera
into-
glasses.
I'm definitely gonna get some opera glasses. Nicole ordered us a pair on the way home. But I didn't know how it was gonna translate, but it was actually done pretty well. Like all the costumes and the changes and the cast really good. The songs are surprisingly, they worked. They all worked. It was a good show. But I had not seen or even really thought about Mrs. Doubtfire in a very long time. It was
Well, yeah.
one of Nicole's favorites growing up, and hell, we saw it too 1,000 times, like everybody else did, if you grew up in that era. But kind of looking at it through, adult eyes, just like this guy is a fucking loser who then commits the creepiest of betrayals to his wife, his ex-wife,
Yeah.
in an effort to fucking fraud his way into. It's creepy as shit. It is a creepy fucking story, and I don't know. It's very odd that as a culture we let it slide. It's so
It's
fucking
very
creepy.
strange.
It is a very creepy
It was
story.
a different time.
And
Yeah.
you put Robin Williams in something, you get a lot of goodwill for that.
Yeah, like 1 hour photo.
I do remember being like, I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire one time because I remember being a kid and being like, this is odd. I don't know. I don't know about this. This feels weird to me.
It's very, very weird.
It's
a weird
verging on
story.
serial killer behavior.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, once he gets a taste for living in someone else's skin, he doesn't stop. Like, that's why there was never a sequel.
Then it
Because-
becomes actual skin.
Yeah, the minute they started workshopping a sequel, they realized the only place this could go was him, like, killing people and skinning them alive. We realized there was no comedy to be had in there.
I'd clean me.
What was the
Yeah.
reason?
Clean me.
What was the reason that he couldn't see his kids? He could see his kids, but it was weird, or what?
Yeah, he could see the kids, but it was like only on the weekends or something.
Supervised.
Yeah, like super supervised.
No,
or
the
something,
supervised came after he got caught for being a fucking creep.
right.
Oh.
But like, they were just like, you could see him on the weekends or whatever. And, the mom's going to look for a nanny. And she was like, well, fucking the weekend's not enough. I'm going to pretend to be the nanny.
Yeah, he needed
then
a
later
job
on-
too.
Yeah. And and later on, the judge is like, are you out of your fucking mind? No. We're going to bring a stranger over, have him watch you hang out with your kids, you fucking lunatic.
I mean, honestly, understandable.
Yeah. And
He's
then,
lucky he
you know,
wasn't
Yeah,
he was able to see those kids ever again.
yeah. But then you
He
get the
wasn't
kid
doing
show on
anything
TV.
wrong. They were just hanging out. It's not like he dressed like the nanny and like tried to do them.
He was keeping house too. He was running errands. Like,
Yeah, that house was probably clean. He probably
Maybe-
did more housework
Yeah.
dressed up as a maid than he did when they were married.
maybe
He
if
absolutely
Robin
did.
Williams and Sally Field just sat down and had a conversation, sure, they could get separated and have a divorce. But like, she's at work all day. He could be at the house keeping an eye on the kids and taking care of
Well,
them.
he did try that. And she was like, no, because you're a fucking loser. Because he was a total fucking loser at the time.
Right.
So I don't even blame Sally Field for being like, no, thank you. I would have probably as well. Because that guy is a fucking dork.
But he's also their father.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not like
But-
some stranger who did this. It's the dad who just wanted to see his kids more.
One of my favorite bits is when he's calling the mom, posing as other potential nannies, and
Yes.
the one line is, "Oh, I don't deal with the boys because I used to be one. I
It's a wild time.
am Job."
I am Job. Fucking nuts. But it was a good show, though. It was fun.
Do they do a whole
Real
song
weird.
about Run by Fruiting?
No, but they did have this thing. They had to rework why. Because that scene didn't take place at a pool. It takes place at I guess the B plot, so that the mom would have something to fucking do, is that she's trying to like launch a clothing line or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so
She's busy.
Mrs. Doubtfire stands in as the plus size model for the fitness line, and afterwards throws a fruit at homeboy.
You'd think that you
Interesting.
wouldn't want to get into a situation where your ex-wife might see you without clothes on in your fucking nanny fat suit.
Well, yeah, that's where the hijinks come in.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you gotta have some hijinks.
There's got to. Do they do the bit where he's switching in between dude and Mrs. Doubtfire and doing the two different meetings?
Yes, and it's actually pretty cool the way they pull it off
I
on
bet,
stage.
I
It's
bet.
very cool.
So the
Yeah,
songs
it was very cool.
do they their original songs, or do they do like jukebox musical type
No,
deal?
they're original songs. And like the first song is, I guess, just called "That's Daniel," where it's like just showing him being a loser scumbag, and they're all like, "Ah, that's just fucking Daniel." And then the mom sings a song about getting a divorce later. Very odd.
Imagine being a theater kid and putting on the Mrs. Doubtfire Broadway soundtrack and hearing the song about the parents getting divorced.
Be like, "Oh yeah,
me.
I feel this
Yeah.
in my bones." And then what else? Caught the Marvels, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and then I finished Spider-Man, y'all. It's so goddamn
Hell
good.
yeah.
It's
You get
so
that
good.
platinum? You get that platinum?
Still working on the platinum, but I got
All
100%, but I don't have the
Nice.
platinum yet.
All right.
It's fucking rad, y'all.
It's so fucking good.
So good.
I told you, it is very much our shit by the end of that game.
Yeah, because, it's not like, oh, Venom's the bad guy. Like, Venom is the bad guy, but they also go whole hog into goofy symbiote bullshit for, like, the last third, and it's wonderful. It's so great. So good.
They go so much
oh.
harder than you expect them to.
That
Yeah.
kind of your shit. I get it now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah.
you were just talking about like Spidey hijinks, like cool Spidey
That
shit.
too.
But
That too.
but symbiote, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, lots of good symbiote shit. Like, it's very, very good. And, like, all the symbiote powers and just the story stuff, man. Like, it's just good. It's just good.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's really, really solid. And then after the thing, I was showing Jack some of the suits I unlocked, and while I'm switching suits around, I got that crazy ass cube glitch that showed up online. So
Oh,
Spider-Man
no.
gets stuck as a cube.
That's wild.
It is nuts because everything still works. Like everything still works the way you think it would. So I'm swinging around the cube, and so you see the little cube, but then the webs are coming out of where Spider-Man's hands should be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got into a full-on fight at just a cube, and like, the spider sense with the head outline where the head should be kind of comes up above the cube, and so I'm dodging shit and kicking ass with invisible arms and legs. It's crazy. It's so weird.
Yeah, I thought
That was
yeah.
when the last Soul Calibur came out. There was, in the character creation, people figured out you could just make your character a cube. And so people
Really?
were fighting online as the cube, and I think they eventually took that out of there because the hitbox was so fucked. It was hard. You couldn't tell who you were hitting or how.
That's wild.
I'm just a fucking box over here.
Straight up, just a spider box. Straight up Spidey box. But man, I'm happy for you, Mahoney, because you're gonna get a PlayStation soon.
It's gonna happen. It's bound to happen.
You're gonna
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and once you do, you're gonna have a real good time.
Bro.
I'm sure.
Fortnite on the PlayStation is something else.
It really is.
I'll have to learn
Thank
a whole
you,
new controller though.
No, you
Nah, it's
won't.
the same.
Nah, it's the same
It's
deal.
the same as my Switch Mini.
I mean, it's
Pretty
the
much,
same
yeah.
concept, right?
Eh,
I mean,
We'll
they're mapped
see.
exactly the same way. Yeah.
we'll see. I did like 2 months ago change how I build, so I'm used to learning a new controller.
Ooh, Lottie fucking da.
Oh, we got Builder Jones over here.
Fucking Bob the Builder over here. Fucking Dan the Tool Man.
Oh my god. I
Man.
used to use the one where you like go into build mode and you like choose like what kind of wall you want to build and then pull the
What you got
trigger
going
to
on,
make
Ice?
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are we actually going to me now? I don't really. I'm interested in talking about Fortnite.
You go. No,
I
it's
like
fine.
the what's
You
the
Oh, wait,
tell
no.
us about your week.
what's the
Hang
new
on,
thing?
Lee's gone. I think Lee just couldn't hear you.
Oh yeah, it did seem like he was being untowardly rude to Mahoney.
Yeah. Well, he's deep in the story, and he's like, "All right, nice. Tell us about your week. Enough of this Fortnite bullshit."
That was from a while ago. I had to drop.
Yeah.
yeah.
My
Well,
message
either
got
way.
lost in the internet.
I changed how I build.
What is it
It's
called?
very
the,
exciting.
The Mega Fort Porta Fortress that you could
That
drop.
thing is back and
That
it's
thing's
massive.
awesome. I like to get up on one of the big mountains and then drop that thing on top of the mountain and just have
Oh yeah.
extra fort.
Extra night.
Some fucking
Straight up
guy
high
today though bazookaed, rocket launchered underneath where I was standing and fucking took the ground right out from under me, and I just fell to my death.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
It's gotten to the point where, because there's an influx of old players have come back to Fortnite because of this OG map stuff. And sometimes these people will kill you in such an embarrassing way that you just have to laugh and just give them props, because sometimes it's just like never even see them and done. Exploded. Back to the lobby.
You can definitely tell the people who like haven't played in 3 years. And then you can also tell the people who had never played on the map and didn't know like where anything was, because those first couple of days, like if you knew where to land and get your like, because normally a new map drops, nobody knows where anything is, and you're all like kind of equal.
So it's even that close to the OG map that the fucking chests are in the same spots?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I just went right back to where I used to land and was like, all right, let's roll.
That's great.
So
that's
and then in
wild.
like 2 more days, it should be the snow part of the season with the plains and the ice mountain, and that was my favorite part. So,
oh man, we're gonna have
Is Santa there?
Basically,
Santa should be showing up soon.
Yeah,
Sergeant Hunter, they
sitting in
call
front
him.
of the fireplace getting that XP.
Yeah. We should hop
which
on.
reminds me, Kelly, it's almost time to be my elf skin.
What?
It
a
sounded
little
like you were
elf
telling
guy.
Kelly it's almost time for him to be your elf skin.
Yeah.
Put on your elf skin, Kelly.
Which means you have a couple of days left to go catch an elf so you can skin him.
And if you
They'll
don't,
let you
it's
play if you don't.
yours.
So yeah, I don't really have
Hopefully
much
I'll
much
you.
to report. Finished up Toy Fair, looking at MJ BizCon coming up, and then just finishing out the year strong.
It'll be nice
When
to
is,
finish the year with a
MJ BizCon?
show that has everything together.
Yes. What's that, Lee?
When is MJ BizCon?
It is. We fly out the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, right on. Oh, so it's coming up quick then.
Yeah, it is 2 weeks from yesterday. We leave.
Right on.
Oh, Lee, are you not doing it this year?
No, all the leaders are going. So fucking good for them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for them.
Broads.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll gladly give it up. I get it. So fucking. What about you,
broads
Jose?
are
What's going
valuable.
on? If not, isn't doing nothing. We're talking about.
Trying to
Yeah?
get a car. That's where
You're
I'm
trying
at.
to get a car.
Yeah. It's
What you
that
should
time.
do, I've seen them do this on YouTube, is you get like a pen and you trade it up until you have a car.
What?
I'll
Yeah,
give
they'll-
that a shot.
This
You
is
want to
like
give me a car for this pen? I'm
people
doing
do
a
it all the
bit.
time. No. You don't go
You
from
can't
the
just
pen
trade
to
a
the
pen
car.
for a car. That's
You take a
ridiculous.
pen, you trade it for like a mouse pad. Then you take the mouse pad, you trade that for like, I don't know, a collectible Burger King cup.
Wasn't
then you
there a
trade the Burger
story
King
about
cup for,
a guy who traded a paperclip for a house eventually?
pretty
Traded
much? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
There's the bit on The Office where Jim has the magic beans and
Oh.
Dwight starts trading up with the push pin, and then he eventually gets a telescope, and then he trades them for the magic beans. Everything is The Office. Everything is the Ozarks, but also everything is The Office.
Yeah.
The Ozark.
Now, just imagine how much shorter that show would have been if Michael Scott had been Marty Bird. Everyone would have died so much quicker.
We're going to start selling paper out of the Ozarks.
Just fucking throwing reams of paper in the walls of a fucking B&B.
Yeah. Just a full warehouse full of paper that no one will ever use.
Ozark.
Yeah,
Ozark's a really
it's-
good show, you guys.
Did any of you ever finish it?
Yes, very good.
I feel like I finished it 8 months before the rest of
You
you.
probably did.
I've
but
never
I
seen
did
an
eventually
episode.
get there.
Was everything Ozarks by the end?
Everything was Ozarks.
Did they successfully
was
take
Ozarks.
over the world?
Yes.
Uh,
We're in the Ozarks right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Matter of fact.
it's
Oh,
true.
shit.
Everything is the Ozarks.
Is Jose still watching it, or are you done?
No, well, we kind of started back a couple seasons because we forgot what the fuck was going on, and then we forgot we were watching it. So we still need to finish it.
All right. Well, then I
I
still
did
won't
start
say what
fucking-
happens.
Season 2 of Shorzy, though.
Nice. Fucking goalies are fucking weird.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting about that one. I got to get on that. It's a fucking
that
good story.
show is pretty good.
Great. And then
I
final
like the
season
one
of
where the guy
Letterkenny
punches Snooki.
coming the end of the month.
Yep.
Who's coming at the end of the month?
Final season of
All of
Letterkenny.
us.
End of an era.
Or end
Did
of
any of
not a-
us watch Loki?
No.
I
I've
have not seen
seen a
it
couple.
yet. My mom hasn't watched season 1, and the lady can't remember fully, so she kind of wants to watch season 1. So I think we're going to watch season 1 and 2 with my mom and just bang it back to back.
You guys
Blows
know
me
you
away.
can
The
just like
notion of-
read about it on Wikipedia and then watch it. You don't have to rewatch the whole thing, only to then forget the second time you watched it and just be stuck in the cycle and never able to finish the show.
Why, I don't want to
can't
go
ima- don't have
read
time
about
to
the
rewatch
episode.
a show. Like, fuck. But I have seen the premiere and part of the second episode. Then I got distracted with my fucking family, so I'm gonna get back on it tomorrow.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it exists until someone inevitably asks me, like, "Oh, you watch Loki yet?" And I'm like,
I gotta tell you,
no.
from what I have seen so far, it's very good.
Oh, I'm sure
Very
it's good. I
Yeah.
don't doubt it for a second. I just constantly forget it exists.
It's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
But it's good from what I can tell. Very, very good. The effects that they use for, because at the beginning he's been Sylvie kicked him through like a time door and he shows up in the TV and it's all fucked up and there's Kang stuff everywhere, right?
Right.
So he spends the first episode kind of slipping through time, and everyone's like, "That you can't do that. You can't slip. You can't travel through time at the TVA. It's impossible." And he's like, "Well, I keep fucking doing it." and the effects, like when he does it, looks so wild. Like it just looks like he's getting pulled apart from every direction, and then he kind of blips out and pops in wherever he is. And he comes back, and like there's one scene where they're, he's found Mobius and they're in the elevator and he's talking about it and he's still kind of freaking out, and then it happens. He gets ripped, pulled apart and disappears, and he comes back. And Loki's like, "It just happened, didn't it?" Mobius is like, "Yeah." "Oh my god, what does that feel like? It looks horrible." It looks just awful. And he's like, "It's not so bad."
Oh man, it looks real bad.
Yeah, that's.
Looks
Oh,
like
you
it's
have seen
real.
it. Good.
Looks like it's real painful there, Loki.
Huh, so yeah, you have seen it. Right on.
Yeah.
Ka-chouch.
No, it's good.
Ka-chouch.
Ka-chouch.
I fucked your mom, shit lips.
We're watching Hell's Kitchen. That's what she's binging right now.
Nice.
Please tell me Gordon Ramsay's told someone he fucked their mom, shit lips.
This guy, they even cut to like, I guess there was an actor who was in the crowd of the dinner waiting to eat. Every time they do a challenge, it's like some kind of celebrity of some shit.
Sure.
Okay.
So he's fucking yelling at the cooks, and they keep bringing him just raw meat. And at one point, the guy who's cooking the raw meat, he looks at him and goes, "Hey, you fuck face, get over here." And they cut to the crowd. The guy was like, "Oh shit! Did you just say call him a fuckface?" And I laughed. I watched this like 3 days ago, and it's still stuck with me. I keep fucking laughing. So I yell at the cat when I'm ready to feed her. Like, hey, come here, you fuckface.
You idiot sandwich.
Your fucking risotto is garbage.
I wouldn't feed this to my fucking cat.
Yeah. It's pretty great. I want to know. I need to find out what you need to do to be a part of that dinner when they're shooting for one of those shows. Because sometimes there was one episode he kicked all the kitchen people out on both sides because they couldn't get food out. So like, does he just send sorry, kitchen closed, no one eats, everyone get you guys? He starts yelling at the people who's sitting in the seats.
Yeah, I
get
mean,
the fuck out too.
they have kicked out both teams plenty of times and had to close the restaurant down, and it's just going to Hell's Kitchen, you're either gonna get some food or you might go home hungry, but you're gonna be on TV.
You're gonna have a story.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you went home hungry, you got a story. You definitely got a story because some shit went down. You didn't get to eat. But I wanna go.
Oh
I wanna
man,
be in there.
you should watch Kitchen Nightmares because it's like Hell's Kitchen meets Hoarders.
Is that the one where he goes and fixes them?
Oh, and he digs his hands through all the gross shit that he finds.
Oh, I can't believe he does it. Like, it's so gross.
And it's back. They're doing new episodes.
They need
Wait,
something.
what? How's it Hoarders? Hang on. I thought that's the one where he goes to
Yes.
restaurants and like
But-
rescues them, right?
Hoarders
Yeah,
meaning he finds all the gross shit, like all the rotten food
Yeah.
or all the grease,
all the dead animals.
Like
Well,
there's.
why would they keep that?
Brother.
Well, that's why they're on the show. They need help.
I mean, it's not It's not like it's hoarders in the way that it's gross. Not that
it's an
they're
unclean restaurant.
right. Yeah.
That sounds terrible. Like, don't think Gordon Ramsay send the health department.
Yeah, but who's gonna call you a fuckface right before they tell
Yeah.
you to clean your kitchen?
Yeah.
Health inspector.
Yeah, but the health inspector's not gonna come in and tell you how shitty your risotto is,
He might.
True.
You know?
Health inspector.
or
guess
tell
that's
you that the
true.
fucking Wellington's raw.
The
Yeah.
health inspector might be there is exactly 0.001 grams of shit in this risotto.
Although
Well,
the
that
blue
is
team,
whether
there's
it's
2
acceptable.
grams of shit in your risotto.
No one guaranteed no shit in your risotto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not getting that
And
a
it's
for
great.
2 grams. It's fine.
Because when he's ready to like kick somebody off, he'll be like, "Hey, you, and you, go fuck off."
Yeah.
Zoe likes Gordon Ramsay.
It's brilliant.
Zoe's a big fan.
Well, tell
My
her.
Zoe, not Niza Zoe.
I bet Niza Zoe loves Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet.
why
Yeah,
not?
she probably does.
Yeah, I mean, I forced her to watch it.
I wonder what kind of risotto she could make.
It would be runny, soggy. This tastes like fucking dog water?
She's like, "Yup,
Rude.
He's like, yay.
good
That's the
soup."
secret ingredient.
Ugh.
Come here,
I
fuck
season
face.
it with what's inside my folds.
Oh God.
Oh, that was awful.
Shakes
Not
her
like
head,
that whole
and the shit starts
seasoning.
falling out of it like a Parmesan cheese
Mhm.
grater.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Some of that Frito dust.
Yeah.
some of that from under cheese.
Oh.
Fucking.
But you don't know what it's from under.
We were sitting out on the patio recently, and I'm just looking at Zoe, and I say to Mary, I'm like, "Do you ever just look at that weird pee hole of hers?" Like it's just a
What'd she
gross
say?
little Hershey's Kiss sticking out the bottom of her.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God. And she was like, "Boy, do I."
Shit's weird. She's gross.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of that Tootsie Pop?
Yikes.
Jesus Christ. Horrible.
Three.
Horrible. What you got going on, Kelly?
I have been playing a whole lot of the new Like a Dragon game. So,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
my good pal Kiryu is back. We're having a lot of good adventures. This time he's got a whole bunch of spy gadgets.
Wait, the
Nice.
chicken?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is this the one where you feed the duck and you celebrate owning a hotel together?
Yeah. Right?
No, that's the one that's coming up. Oh wait,
Is
no.
it a sequel
yes.
of Party with the Duck Hotel Owners?
Well, the next game that's coming in the series, they put like a whole ass Animal Crossing as a side activity in it.
That's right. Yeah.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, you had the
didn't
chicken
You like ran a hotel with
that
a
was
duck.
your property
Yes, yes.
manager.
Yeah, as a property manager with a chicken.
Yeah,
Right.
chicken. My bad, Mr. Duck.
This duck doesn't speak Russian.
Yeah. But yeah, so this game, Kiryu's got like a whole bunch of new spy gadgets, so that's been real fun. I got like rocket boots, so that's
What?
great when there's like a bunch of dudes running at you and you just rocket boot through them and just plow them all down like you're the fucking Flash. It's
That
so
sounds
great.
amazing.
That rocks.
And it's even better because there's like there's a Coliseum mode in this one, and there's like a team battle where you and your friends go fight a whole bunch of crew of other bad guys, and you just plow through these dudes. And since it's the PS5, they have the power to generate a whole bunch of guys for you to just
right.
plow
Right.
through. It's so good.
That's fantastic.
There is.
I
In
thought
this
about
game,
you, and
there's
they're promoting the Like a Dragon street fight on Dynamite. I'm like, oh,
Dude,
Kelly's
I'm
worlds
so
are colliding.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. When I heard that game was going to have some sort of Sega tie-in, I was like, it better fucking be the new Like a Dragon game. It better not be Sonic. Yeah, so I'm very excited for that tomorrow. In the game, there's like a cabaret club you go visit. And
Alright.
this time around, it's just like when you go in, it's like full FMV, actual real lady footage.
Yes.
What?
Yes, so you're just talking to an actual woman rather than like a computer-generated one. It's very bizarre.
Kelly's like,
So
I
it
wasn't
looks like-
prepared for this.
Looks like some Roger Rabbit shit where like Kiryu is animated.
No, then it goes to POV, so you were just looking through. So it
okay.
is just live action footage for that segment.
Hell yeah, POV, one
That
of my
is
favorite
very weird.
categories.
It's so weird.
POV, one of my favorite
It's
categories.
true. POV, step fantasy, big tits.
Top 3.
And man, if you can get all three, boy howdy.
That's a bingo.
That's an early night.
There was one of the side quests I was super excited because it was what I think is the very first like official crossover between stuff from the Judgment games. So that was
Oh,
super
really?
cool. Yeah. There was also a side quest where you had to you had to give a guy advice. And the guy was like, "Oh, no, I actually don't need your help anymore. It's fine. I have my new best friend, Chat DDT. I ask it questions, and it just gives me all of the answers I could ever want."
What the fuck?
So it's just this dipshit asking AI questions on how to live his life. And he's
Okay.
like, "How do I impress the girl I like?" And the computer's like, "I don't know, go fight someone." He's like, "All right."
I
You
saw a
have to go
post
chasing
today.
after him.
I saw a post today. Someone convinced ChatGPT that they were a horse. And was having a
Amazing.
conversation
Go on.
with ChatGPT as a horse. And every time ChatGPT would speak English, the person would come back and be like, no English, just whinny and neigh. Do you understand? ChatGPT was like, nay.
So you
Yeah.
can teach ChatGPT to think you're a horse, but you can't get tits on George Washington. Okay, all right. Let's see what we're doing here.
That is bullshit. Who's running this
Ridiculous. Goddamn ridiculous is what it is.
Oh, you can also summon drones to attack your enemies too.
Well, that's cool.
That's another one of your new spy gear things. And you
It's
basically like
Spider-Man.
It's like
you
can
can
of
also
bees.
you can kind of Spider-Man people. Like you get like you can grab shit with like a whip thing you have that just grabs people. You can whip them around. It's awesome.
That's pretty fucking cool.
What's cool is when you say you can Spider-Man people. Like, in my head, that has like 19 different definitions.
Yeah.
thing? Can you also Superman that hoe?
Yo!
You.
Yeah, Lee, you should grab this one. It's very good.
I think it's going to come out on Game Pass
It probably will.
because they have like those other ones on there.
Yeah, it probably will eventually. And then
Well, I think
there's-
like that's what they're pushing. Xbox is pushing big on like a lot of same day release.
Really?
Game
Alright.
yeah,
Pass.
if I had an Xbox, I would absolutely get Game Pass because that's too good of a deal to pass up.
Yeah, I mean pretty much.
Yeah, no kidding. Fucking A. Yeah, I got so many games that I haven't fucking played yet. I gotta make it through some of them before I start buying new shit.
I still haven't
No.
downloaded Danhausen and Hook. Or maybe
yeah,
they're all...
yeah, me either.
What's going on with
I
that
don't,
game? What's up with that
I don't
thing?
think anyone else has.
Everybody just abandoned it.
I think everyone abandoned it.
Oh, did they?
Not a good sign.
Well, because
that's what happened with that
the company
Warner Brothers game.
essentially abandoned it. Like, if there was constant updates, I think people would stick with it more.
See,
Yeah.
but I keep seeing that, and it's like there was like 50 characters at launch. Like that's a humongous roster.
No. I'm not talking roster. I'm talking updates like game fixes.
Well, they have been pretty good about that. Not every week or anything, but there've been several patches.
It was a while there where there was nothing coming from that.
No, that is true. That is true. There definitely was a time.
They're still pimping that shit out on AEW television though.
Yeah.
I laughed when like the fans were chanting "Fight Forever" for something, and they fucking made Tony Schiavone be like, "Hey, a reminder about the video game."
I mean, you should. Anytime a Fight Forever chant starts, you should throw to that.
I think the lack of cross-platform
I
Heard
mean,
it
yeah,
a lot.
there's that too.
That hurt too, for sure.
because now it's just you're limiting so much on who's playing.
And
We're
they
not
also
all
said,
playing.
They
because-
said that it was happening. That's the weird thing. Is that they said like before it even came out that was going to be a thing. So that's kind of weird that it's not. So,
Yeah,
we'll
and
get
what?
there.
It's been a year, going on a year.
No, like,
it's
barely-
it's-
Once that's the thing.
yeah. It
I think
came
it came out
out.
in August, and everyone's like, "Game's dead."
You know,
Like,
it came
4
out
months.
end of June.
Calm down.
It feels like a year. Holy shit!
No, that's because time doesn't mean anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it just didn't also help that it felt like it didn't have a ton of content to it.
Right.
The lack of cage match is a problem.
Well, and
I'll definitely say that.
if you run through the career mode with a woman, like you're fighting men within the first 3 weeks because they just run
Yeah.
out of women on the roster.
Yeah, and that part that's not great either. So I mean, it had some issues, but Also, as far as like this being a wrestling game, it's fucking fine.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun playing it. Like, I enjoyed the mechanics, building my wrestler. You know, the creator wrestler could be a little broadened, but I had a good time. But then when I found out that if you restart a career, you lose all of your stats, I'm like, well, I don't want to restart then.
Yeah, that's weird.
You lose all your what?
Like, as you're doing the career, you get, you know, XP for your creative character, so your strikes, your grapples, whatever, can be stronger. You have different abilities. You can add like extra signatures, extra finishers. And shit
But
like that.
it doesn't carry over. You start back
Apparently,
at 0.
but I don't know. But that's just something that I saw. But I'm not. I didn't want to risk it. So that game is just kind of just sitting there quietly until the mood hits me just right.
Until they decide to give us that cross-platform, then it's fucking on, son.
That's amore.
Yeah.
Jose's pizza gimmicks coming out.
Oh shit, I would love Jose's pizza gimmick creator wrestler.
There is
That was one of the challenges today. Pizza.
There's an entrance animation in Fight Forever where you come out with a pizza.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It's me, a pizza pie. I'm done. I mean, yeah, I wanted to give it a shot, but if I bought it, I'd be the only. I can't play it with nobody. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't really want to buy a wrestling game to play it by myself. That's not.
That's not the point.
Yeah, no. I want to.
You want to rub it in a physical human's face.
I mean, yeah. If we can be sitting on the same couch, even better.
I'm not buying another belt. Somebody else could buy that shit.
Hey, this might be the one to buy the belt. You're up right now.
Oh,
You'd
that's
be
right.
holding the belt right now.
That's right.
Meanwhile, I've had the game for 4 months and I've just been practicing.
Just grinding. You're like, oh,
I've
what do
done
you
created
mean?
39 guys.
Jose's like, oh, I wonder what the buttons do, and just
Yeah.
power bombs you.
Shin kick.
Yeah.
That fucking shin kick. You motherfuckers ever seen the Ultimate Warrior do a shin kick? on No Mercy, Jose had a custom Ultimate Warrior that did this fucking shin kick that fucked you up. Like, he kicks him in the shin and then they just drop, like crumple forward.
It was the animation was beautiful. The damage was beautiful. It was hard to time. It was hard to block, but it fucking sucked if you took it.
Mm-hmm. Not as bad as that annoying ass sweep kick that Randico spammed.
Yes.
Cool thing
And
about
he always
that.
liked to play that game where if he was outside the ring, he'd call you out. Once he ran in, he'd jump in.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you find me outside? Right into the ring.
The best thing about the sweep kick in No Mercy is that if you timed it just right and they miss, then they just give you their back. They're just standing with their back to you now, so you can just do whatever you want.
Ah, so it's a gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you don't make love, you fuck 'em.
Hell yeah.
Call back.
Jose, you get some of that nog? You in the season now?
Man, I've done 2 dogs, bro.
Wow.
Hell yeah. I had some nog just a little while ago.
Did you find any hood? What kind of?
I have not found Hood yet. No.
Okay.
I
Winn
keep
Dixie
getting
by me
the,
is supposed to have hood.
It was a TG Lee, I think. TG Lee, the Southern Comfort I see everywhere.
Right.
Damn, I wish I could, because we don't get that up here anymore.
Which one?
The Southern Comfort.
You find some Hood,
Like
I'll find some Southern
Yeah.
Comfort.
But
I'll
like-
meet you at the border.
What border?
You pick it.
The border of Wisconsin, Florida.
Florida.
That'll
think
be
that's
our
Ohio.
band name, like Florida Georgia Line. It'll be Wisconsin Florida Line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of our new podcast we're gonna do, Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, bringing it back.
Wisconsin Florida Line.
I was used to tell a guy at work we were gonna start a hardcore band named Clown Mouth and Bleeding Asshole.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit! Well, I guess they can do the opening intro. They could be the house band to our podcast.
The idea guy. So, well, that segues
Mahoney has a nog.
exactly.
Seg away.
I bought my stupid Found Hood eggnog, bought it in October, waited so long to drink it, and then I go to drink it and it expired.
Okay, hold on.
But why'd you wait so long to drink it?
You
I
didn't
was waiting
tell
for
us
just the
that
right
you
time.
bought it in October. You just showed us the expiration date that said October. What? It's not wine. It's
It's
eggnog.
still,
You know.
it's still a milk.
Yeah.
You thought this shit would last until like Christmas.
No.
No.
It's dairy and egg.
Yeah. No, that shit is not built to last.
Yeah,
It is
no,
not Duracell.
You nog
know
as
what?
fast as
Should
you
be.
can.
Okay, but
It should be.
to be
Yeah, you
perfectly
get nog.
honest,
You got like 2
Kelly, I
weeks.
didn't want to nog. I don't want to nog as fast as I can. I don't want to nog. In
Well,
the
yeah, but
middle
it's not
of
about
Halloween.
nogging as fast as you can. It's about not getting nog in October
Were
and trying
you-
to
I
drink it in
wanna
December.
Were you
wait-
worried they
I
were
wanna
gonna
wait
run
till the
out?
moment is right. Can I what?
Were you worried they were going to run out? Why did you buy nog in October if you were going to drink
Nog-
it until November?
Because when you
Nogtoberfest?
see nog, you buy nog. That's what you do.
Yeah,
That's,
but
Well, yeah,
then
but
you
I
drink
buy.
nog.
Yeah, but then to drink it.
Yeah.
no, not in October. It's not the right time.
Well, I think
Don't buy the nog in October.
it's
Yeah,
fatally flawed.
when you see the nog, you buy the
It
nog.
is
That's how
fatally
it
Well, I
works.
do agree
flawed
with
that
that.
there is
Whenever
any
you see
nog,
nog, you buy it.
there
Even
should
you
not
see that
be-
bitch in fucking July, you buy it.
There should not
Right.
be a nog that expires in October.
There should not be a nog that expires in October. What the fuck is the point? And
Right.
it's like,
yeah, but no,
I
but
get
if you
it.
sell a nog in
Not
October,
milk, though.
but that's now you're talking about genetically enhancing nog.
Yeah.
No,
GMO
mean,
nog.
It is milk based, I get, but it's not milk.
It's
Like,
milk
it doesn't
and egg.
expire. It
Yeah, but
doesn't
it's still-
expire at
It's a
that rate.
dairy product, though.
It lasts longer than a week.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'll-
it don't
I'll
last
give you
longer
that.
than 2 months.
It's definitely it's
Like
definitely got
fucking
enough
almond
shit
milk
in
does. Almond milk will last like a year. You know, like
Yeah, but that's
almond
made
milk's
out
not
of
real.
nut.
Yeah, that doesn't
yeah. Well,
count.
guess what? Neither is eggnog, Lee.
Yeah, but nobody makes eggnogs out of nuts.
I do.
That'd be
I
nut
do,
nog.
Jose. Come over. I'll show you.
Fucking nut nog.
Yeah, there's definitely some nut going in some nogs.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. Yes, if I bought nog in October and when I sat down to drink it, my heart would be broken.
Yeah,
If it
no,
was
it's a fucking
expired.
bummer.
But I also wouldn't buy nog in October and try to drink it mid-November.
Some of that.
It was
chunky
not
lemon
mid-November.
nog.
It was like November 4th or whatever. Like it
Did
was.
you buy it,
It
on
was
the
like
tail
2
end
weeks.
of October?
It was like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Well, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is like your nog.
Right.
If it's sealed,
I felt like
if
that
it's-
was a reasonable amount of time.
if it's sealed and if it's in the refrigerator, I feel like nog should be able to last 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But the problem
Well-
is it had an expiration date well before what your
Yeah.
2 weeks would have been.
What happened is when I bought it, it basically expired like 2 days later.
Right.
And then when
you
I
bought the
sat
nog
down,
in the front when you should have bought the nog
Exactly.
in the back.
Yeah,
because
you gotta
when
get
you
that
see
back
the
nog.
nog, you buy the nog, you just grab it. You just grab
Yeah.
it. You're just excited. And then I sat down. I literally like waited for just the perfect night and was like, let's do this. And sat down and was
Fucking-
so annoyed. Like,
Lit some candles. He was gonna get his nog on.
Oh, I get
You
it.
didn't take a drink of it, right?
no.
Okay.
No. Because, yeah, then Mary was like, I think you're fine. I was like, I'm not drinking 2 week expired eggnog.
Oh, where were we? We were at a hotel. and we went to they got the breakfast bar, and
You
I
have to
grabbed
pay.
the milk and went to pour it.
Did you have to pay?
Paid in a different way. Fucking poured it into the cereal, and it was like cottage cheese plopping out.
Oh, that's
The
disgusting.
smell
Chunky lemon milk.
was
Lemon milk? That's a horrible thing to say out loud.
Also, The Office. Everything's The Office.
Ew.
Don't say you to The Office. It's his favorite show.
Because Andy went on a boat ride to Jamaica to sell his boat, and he left milk in the fridge, and Kevin was taking little sips of his chunky lemon milk the entire summer that he was gone.
Awful.
Goodbye,
That
chunky lemon.
is horrendous.
Forbidden lemon milk.
Well, did you get a replacement Nog? How does this
I
end?
did.
Okay.
I did get a replacement nog.
Yeah, give us a happy ending to this.
It's in the fridge.
About as
I
bad
haven't
as
drank it
Blizzard
yet,
happy
and
ending
every
this story.
day I'm worried that it is
Go
expired
drink
on
it.
me.
What's the
again.
What are you
expiration
doing?
date on it?
Right
I'm
now.
waiting for
He's
the
waiting
right
until
moment.
January.
The perfect
What the
moment
fuck
is
are you
now.
talking about?
The perfect moment is not now. Now it's
It's-
podcast moment. It's not eggnog moment.
Yeah,
It could be
eggnog,
eggnog moment.
You ever had some eggnog with some Reese's peanut butter cups?
eggnog is
I might.
not a good podcasting beverage. It gets you
No, exactly.
real verklempt.
Coach the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll coat your throat.
God damn it. What am I, Katie's teacher?
Fucking coat throat goat over here.
It could be.
But no, seriously, what's up with that nog?
Yeah, I got to
It's in the fridge.
get on some Nog action.
It'll be fine.
You say
You know
that?
Uh,
You like every
Speaking of
day.
Katie, today she goes to go to sleep. 2 seconds after she gets in her bed, she texts Lisa. And she texts Lisa one of those like chainmail texts that's like, send this to 11 people or you'll die,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So then Lisa's like, all right, hang on.
Good to
and,
know
like,
the kids
goes-
still do that.
I know, right? So she goes into her room to like explain, like, hey, like these are stupid. Don't do that. Don't text other people that. Like, this is dumb. And the second Lisa leaves, I pick up Lisa's phone. I'm like, text this to 45 people right now, or a cricket will come and tell you bad jokes for 10 years nonstop all day. And Lisa comes back and picks up her phone, just like, nonchalant. And she's like, oh, God damn it. And she sends another text and is like, that was your father. There's no cricket. You don't have to send this to anybody. And she puts her phone down, and I grab her phone and I wrote, that was the cricket talking. Send it immediately. And then I just hear Katie running down the hallway. It was great.
That is tremendous.
Because, if there was a cricket out there that was going to torment you for 10 years, that's exactly what they'd tell you. They'd be like, no,
That's true.
That's not real.
Now, that
You
checks
can
out.
ignore that. Definitely don't send it to 45 of your closest friends.
Fucking. I would have a real hard time coming up with 45 people for literally anything.
Yeah, for real.
Lee, I bet you would have an easier time than some of us. You go to like parties and bars.
Yeah, but I'm taken there.
But like,
not
Make
really by
your,
choice.
make your
a lot of
wife
the
make a
time.
list for you then.
but like
she could
those
definitely do
people.
it.
You probably know
He
some
does.
of their
I bet he
names.
doesn't have their number.
Definitely.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes. You would have to have their number to be able to text it to them. Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget. Like even back when we got married, like we're sitting down and it's like, okay, you got to make the fucking guest list for the wedding, whatever. I bust out a sheet of paper and I think I got like halfway down the page, one column, and I'm like, all right,
All
I'm done. And Nicole's like 2 pages front and back. I'm like, who the fuck are all these people? Like, what are you talking about? We gotta feed all these assholes if we invite them. And then she's like, yeah, but they'll bring us money. And I'm like, bring them on! Who we got?
If I had
Still
to
bring us
send
money.
a chain text to 40 people, it would be the first time I had texted 35 of those people in 10 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, about a 50-50 chance that number still belongs to that person.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Cross your fingers. Actually, cross your fingers, it doesn't still belong to them.
Yeah. Yeah, that is absolutely the best case scenario.
I mean,
You're
shit.
just hoping you don't
I've
accidentally
texted
find
you
the snail.
guys maybe once, any of you once in the past 10 years.
Yeah, like actual text message, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through my contacts right now, seeing how many dead people are in here. 1, 2,
2.
3,
Oh,
4.
no. Not Queen
uh,
Elizabeth.
Some of these people I've never even heard of.
Why are they in your phone?
I don't know.
Wild.
We probably needed it for something at like at a con. And
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, we'll get in touch.
Oh, I got the former head of Reed Pop and Left Field's phone number. You guys want to call him live on the air?
No.
Yeah.
No, but you should definitely text him about that cricket.
Hit up DJ Greg.
He's probably in the middle of snorting heroin or something.
Gabby. Former landlord, maybe? Holy shit.
I don't know. Text him, see what's up.
Bunch of Daves.
Just be
in my
like,
phone.
hey,
And
you.
then on the old HOA thread.
Yeah, if I needed to send a curse to somebody, it would be all the Daves in my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit him with a you up.
You're like, if anyone text this to 45 people, the cricket's going to come and tell you that your grass is not mowed properly. You have to move your plants.
Yeah, Tom. This was a cricket I tried to deal with when I was president, and it appears he's back.
Okay, are you guys talking about a theoretical cricket, or are you talking about a cricket that you hear on the phone right now? On the call right now?
The cricket is in the text.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
The
Yeah,
cricket's
it's like
coming from inside the house.
Yeah, like Jiminy.
You don't send it to 45 people, a cricket will come and tell you bad jokes for 10 years.
Every person in your phone that you don't send it to means one person who's going to have trim on their garage, different color than the trim on their house. And then Dave trips over himself trying to fucking text everyone on his phone. Nonsense. All right, so Mahoney and I seen the Marvels. You guys just have not seen the Marvels, is that right?
Have not.
Right. So you're gonna tell us what happened, and we're gonna guess whether or not you're making it up or not.
I mean, I'll just say, like, it's a lot of fun, man. It's a good time. I had a blast with it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's like I said on the thing, it's exactly what you expect it to be. Like, it's a movie starring characters you already know, acting exactly how you would expect them to act. Like, the fact that the internet like revolted against it really doesn't make much sense at all.
I don't know if did the internet
other than
revolt against
Bill
it,
Reed.
or if or is this just the movie where shit rolls downhill? Everybody's just
No.
kind of done with everything, and it just so happened that this movie was the one that was the lowest grossing opening weekend of all time. Not
No,
because
I
of
mean
any.
the general consensus is basically like, finally it's happened. Like, a Captain Marvel movie failed, a Marvel movie failed. Like, people are like celebrating it
Right.
like it's like, a
and
joyous
failed,
occasion.
Like failed. Okay, failed.
Yeah, it's still the highest grossing movie directed by a black woman in history.
They failed this city.
And it's the number one movie. It's made $100 million.
Yeah.
Worldwide. Like, it's fine. But
Yeah.
Well, and that's
there's
the other
this-
thing is people need to calm down on expectations of how much movies should be making.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
yeah.
considering they're spending way too much money on all these movies.
way too much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed something on TikTok about, because Scorsese, they were like, oh yeah, Marvel's is failing, like ha 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 ha, Killers of the Flower Moon, which had basically the same budget and made basically the same amount of money. It's like,
Yeah, right.
okay,
Yeah, they just
like, so
they
you're
want-
doing great, but Marvel's is failing. Okay,
Right. Yeah, they just want people are. It's cool to hate on Marvel now. I've got so many fucking. The MCU was in its death knell stories on my fucking Google feed. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Like,
it
Lee,
drives
we've been over
clicks
this
for
with
sure.
your Google feed.
Yeah.
You gotta stop looking at the Google feed. It's
funny
bad for
because,
you.
You know, it made $43 million on its opening weekend, which isn't great comparatively to, they were hitting 120 opening weekend there for a good run.
definitely not what you want.
But
no doubt.
remember, I remember Thor and Captain America weren't far off from that. Like maybe 50, 60 opening
exactly.
weekend?
Like, but they all have to make $1 billion or it's a failure.
Right.
It's so crazy. And we've talked about this kind of off the show. It's just like everything's different now. Like you can't expect anything to make that kind of money. Like your Barbie and your Oppenheimer was an insane outlier. Like that shit's not gonna happen. You can't make that happen again. Like that happens accidentally. It happens organically.
And the studios are going to learn all of the wrong things from that happening.
So many wrong things. But meanwhile, this fucking movie, like I don't know anybody who's seen it who didn't enjoy it. So like that means it's successful. I think if it's a fucking movie that people like.
The worst part about it is I could not tell you the name of the villain. Like, the villain is basically like generic Kree accuser number 5.
Yeah, she's got a
we're
Ronin
back to
hammer,
that.
right?
She got a what?
She got a Ronin hammer?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like Ronin, like all the accusers have hammers.
Okay,
so,
that makes sense.
So we're back to phase 1 in terms of villains.
basically,
Pretty much,
like,
yeah.
No idea what her name is, but they tell you like what she's pissed about and why she's mad. Like,
Yeah.
so
But there's so much good shit in the movie, though. Like, because of the way their powers are all entangled and shit like that, that means that the first big action set piece is basically 3 fights at the same time, and they're hopping in and out of them, like popping from one environment to the other with different enemies that are flying in. It's incredible. Like, a lot of the fight sequences, frankly, are fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, really, really cool.
really good fight scenes. And it was in the trailer, but like as they're all kind of popping in and out, like, Carol Danvers is with Goose, that cat that can eat people with its tentacles, and then all of a sudden Ms. Marvel drops into the corridor next to him, and then Goose just eats 2 Kree soldiers, and she's just like, what the fuck? Like, so it's like the fighting is great as they flip in and out, the like interactions with the characters, because now like people are with Ms. Marvel's family. Ms. Marvel's family is like a joy. Like those characters are great. So it's
like
really
while they're
good time.
fighting, like the fucking cat ends up back in the house with the cons and like pukes up the 2 Kree guys. Now there's 2 Kree guys fighting around the living room of this house in Jersey City.
Yeah.
Like it's so fun, man. It's great. Like legitimately, and the fights like some shit you've never seen before. Like really and truly, just because that situation has never come up where your good guys are constantly swapping places. Super fun. And like they're trying to find out like so the bad guy whose name starts with a D. I want to say it starts with a D.
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
I think it's D something.
It doesn't matter though. Who cares?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Devil
Because,
Dinosaur.
So Carol went back to Hala and blew up the Supreme Intelligence after Captain Marvel, the first, and basically unwillingly plunged the Kree Empire into a horrible civil war. And so like Hala is beyond fucked. The atmosphere is gone. Like their sun's about to burn out and shit like that. So homegirl villain is opening up kind of fucked up broken jump points, those little hexagonal things they used to go through space.
Mhm.
She's opening those up on planets and like stealing their atmosphere and stealing their water and shit like that.
It's
trying to
literally
bring
the
holodeck.
plot of Spaceballs.
Yeah.
It is the plot of Spaceballs. Yes,
Duh.
that is true.
Suck.
Yeah.
Suck.
Yeah, now that is basically what's happening. And so once they kind of figure, Carol figures out that's what she's doing, so she knows where she's going to go next because she's also targeting places that Carol likes because she fucking hates Carol for blowing up her world. And so she's like, all right, we're going to go to this place, but, I know the guy who runs this joint. I helped him out with a political thing a while back, and turns out she married him, and so she's like a fucking princess on this alien planet where the primary language is song. So Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan are walking around while everyone around them is singing and dancing like they're in a musical because that's how they communicate on that world. And even like Carol, fucking whisks up like a Captain Marvel themed princess dress and like has to sing to the prince. They're all giggling and shit. It's real stupid but real fun. It's great. It's such a good time.
I'm not gonna lie, maybe I would like that in practice, but you describing it sounds horrible.
Oh no, it's real stupid. It's real stupid. But like the way
Even
that
as I was watching it happen, I was like, the internet is not going to stand for this.
Yeah. But it's dumb in a way, like it's not like anyone likes it. Like it's awkward and weird, because of course it's awkward and weird. But it's just a thing that she had to do on one of her adventures that we didn't see, and now she's kind of having to call in a favor. Like it really works in context, but it's dumb as shit, but it's really fun. Like it's a great time. I had a blast with it, and like the characters all play off of each other great. That fucking kid who plays Kamala Khan is
She is
delight.
amazing. She's so good.
And she's clearly having a blast.
Yeah.
Hell, I think it looks like everybody in this movie is having a damn good time. Like it's
She's right in the comic right now.
what?
Is she really?
Good for her.
Yeah.
She is just unquestionably likable. So like all the best things in the world for her. Like
That's kind of cool. How'd she? That's real fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's co-writing, but like,
Yeah, but still, to be
that's still fucking rad.
that
she's like
involved.
legitimately a teenager too. It's not one of these things where she's like 27. Like I think she's like,
fucking 53.
And like, a fan. She loves this
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, she's not a.
Well,
she's
yeah,
not an
because she
Archie
remembers
bean.
when they were created.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, she you can go back and find pictures of her like dressed as Kamala for Halloween.
that's awesome.
Tell that to Brandon Ruth.
Someone please tell him.
I don't even know what that means.
Soldier Boy,
there
please
was
tell
pictures of
Superman.
him as Superman at a Halloween party before he got the
Oh.
role,
Okay.
or as Clark Kent, and then we see what they did to him.
Superman,
Yeah.
that hoe.
Well, they've already done her a lot better than they did Brandon Routh. I'll tell you that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, mostly because they didn't put her in the worst possible movie for that character.
Directed by a pedophile.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Is he not convicted? I thought he was convicted.
No.
I don't know.
Are we not going to talk about the ending? Because the ending was, of course, my favorite part.
I am perfectly fine with spoilers if you boys are, because I'm not going to see this until it hits Disney Plus, probably.
I saw something that would definitely be a spoiler, but it looked fake, so I'm not sure if it was real or not.
Well, you're probably talking about the post-credit. So the final scene of the like movie proper is Kate Bishop coming home and Ms. Marvel sitting in her apartment like Fury in Iron Man. And she's like, Kate Bishop, you
she
didn't
gives her
really
the whole
think
fucking speech.
you weren't part of an expanding world or what? Like she's literally doing the Nick Fury speech to Kate Bishop. And
Yeah.
Kate Bishop's like,
like
why are you in my apartment? Like,
she's like, do you think you're the only kid superhero running around out there? And Kate Bishop's like, I'm 23.
yeah.
What are you talking
It
about?
was so well done and so clever and like such a great callback.
Like, did you
And,
know
like-
Ant-Man has a daughter?
Yeah, exactly. Even if she's trying to be serious, she's like, you're part of a bigger world now. She's like, do you know Ant-Man has a daughter? Like,
Yeah.
it's so good. But yeah, the post-credit scene, Nice, is like made for you. So whatever you saw, if it's something that feels like it's made for you, then it's real.
Yeah, and you will enjoy it very much.
I
Yeah.
don't
Is
know.
it Age of Apocalypse?
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
see,
for sure.
If what
see,
I
when
saw,
I saw it, I was like, Nice gonna hate this CGI.
yeah. If what I saw was real, then I'm not gonna like it.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
But if you can put aside your hatred of badly done CGI, I think you'll like it.
No.
But that's one thing too. I thought this movie looked really good. Like, and
Yeah, usually.
and like, it's also one of those things where it does look really good, but I guess look, I'm not a fucking movie maker. I don't know, but like, I don't see $250 million in this fucking thing. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
because it's not that big. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
Like,
what
they
I
look-
saw, if it is real, I don't understand why it's CGI. And then, that kind of goes to your point, Lee.
Well,
You don't see $250 million on the screen. And then we've been following this Coyote versus Acme story where they
Right.
spent $30 million on that, and it looks like a tentpole summer movie from the 90s. Like, it looks so good. Practical sets, real effects. I mean, they're going to have the animated characters in there, but still, like, they built sets. Fucking sets.
I think so. Did you see an X-Men character?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I desperately want to know what Nyes saw in that.
Okay. So
I will
the end of the
find it,
movie,
and I will send
one
it.
of the Marvels gets sent to another dimension. There's a break. They're opening all these unstable waypoints, and one of them they rip a hole in space and time, and so off they go into another universe, and one of them gets left behind, and they wake up, and they're surrounded by what's her name, Maria Rambeau, as what the fuck was her name when she was on the Binary? So when Captain Marvel gets like her X-Men space powers and she goes by Binary, it's Maria Rambeau as Binary, and it's Kelsey Grammer Beast.
Oh, that can't be it.
It looks like shit.
That's it.
It's not that.
So-
That's not it.
Okay, good. Because
No, that's
that
not
looks like absolute
That
shit.
is not it. No.
So the reason why,
No,
I mean,
Nice. That's not it.
yeah, still the CGI is something that you're probably not going to love.
Because
but it's not that.
Because it's Kelsey Grammer
It's definitely not
de-aged
that.
or what?
No, because he's not there.
Oh.
Because he's not
okay.
there. Because
Perfect.
it's Kelsey Grammer on a phone call
Yeah.
reading 2 lines, and they
Which-
drew a picture of him.
And we'll probably never see him again.
I bet we'll see him again, but like the reason it's because he's Lizard and Sandman in the Spider-Man movie. Like, he didn't
Right.
come to the set.
My favorite. How is it? Okay, I just had this thought while I was talking about Coyote versus Acme. So they got real sets, no actors. Everything else is real actors, no sets. We can't have both. We
Apparently
can't have
not.
real actors,
Apparently
real
we can.
sets.
That Coyote versus Acme is wild because I read a thing today where the director was like, it's testing in the high 90s.
Yeah.
Like people, like everyone who's seen it loves it. And he's like, I'm sorry, I thought we were in the business of making movies people like. What the fuck?
I am
One of the
more and more
strangest
convinced
movie stories ever.
this is just a weird marketing pull.
No.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
They're gonna fuck around and sell this movie to somebody, and it's gonna make $1 billion.
Well, then wouldn't that make it a weird marketing ploy?
Well, not if they're not
but they
making
won't
the
see a time of
$1
it.
billion.
No matter where it gets released, it's gonna do so well
Big
because everyone's been talking about it. Whereas, but if not getting all this talk, who knows how it would have done?
Yeah, especially when they sell it to their shell company.
Yeah.
It's probably just going to get
when they
released
sell
on
it
Max.
to Barner Weathers.
Yeah,
Barney.
yeah, exactly.
The fact that they wrote it off as their tax write-off, and then everybody went berserk, and then all the other companies were like, "We would actually pay for that." And it seems like the
And then
CEO
all
was
these
like,
filmmakers and directors were like, "We're not gonna make a movie for you."
"Yeah, exactly." But like, it legitimately seems like the CEO was like, "Oh, can we sell this movie to other distributors?" Like he had no idea at all. Like,
Yeah.
they hired him to maintain the bottom line, and the dude seems like he has no idea what he's doing.
Well, I don't
He's
know if
never
it's
watched a
has
movie.
no idea or if it's just this fucky Hollywood accounting where they can write off this $30 million movie and stuff it into the balance of one of their successful movies, so then that movie seems less successful, you know, to
All
where
he knows is 1,000-pound daughters. Like the movies is not what he does.
that's right.
No, you're exactly right. Yeah, he was the fucking Discovery TLC dude. It's ridiculous. But in that same article, they called back the Scooby movie that was almost done that they shelved, and the Batgirl movie, and they pulled one of the quotes from it that talked about how, like, we're in the business of protecting the Warner Brothers brand, and the Batgirl movie was unreleasable. I see that, and I can't help but go back to they're gonna put out that Aquaman movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I
seriously.
mean, they put out that Flash movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. They put out that Flash movie, and they're still gonna put out that Aquaman movie.
Well, I feel like the Aquaman movie is probably going to be inoffensive, and it'll
It
probably
got its
make
audience, though.
it'll
It's gonna
probably make
Oh,
$45
the
million
Flash
dollars
Have you
movie
seen
was
the
fun. I had a
preview
good
for
time
that?
with the Flash movie.
Did you? Okay.
Oh,
have
I
you seen the
forgot.
preview for the Aquaman movie enough to see that he's got a baby?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got a baby. You know what happened allegedly in the first testing of that movie? Much like in the comics, Black Manta kills that baby. And the audiences said, "What the absolute fuck? Did you just kill a baby in an Aquaman movie?"
Nice.
And they had to rewrite it. Like, so no, that movie's not going to do good. That movie's going to be as big a train wreck as all these others.
Remember the story that came around that Jason Momoa was sneaking around set dressed as Johnny Depp
As
to
Johnny
scare
Depp,
Amber
yeah.
Heard? But then it
Yeah.
came out that the actual story is Jason Momoa's. He resembles Johnny Depp.
Yeah, he just is Johnny
So
Depp.
she would like see him out of her peripheral and be like, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, they
It's
just
totally
happen to dress the
understandable.
same. He's a foot taller, but they dress the same. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably smell the same. They sound the same because they got all that jewelry and bracelets and shit just clanging around as they're
Just
walking.
clanking down.
They both-
Yeah, that's what it is. She hears the clanking.
From
like, down the hallway.
Like hipster pirates.
Yeah.
But but they're all up in arms because these movies don't make $1 billion anymore. Aquaman did. By some fucking miracle, that movie made $1 billion. And I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm saying.
why.
This movie's
not
going
very
to make
good.
money. It's got an audience.
I don't know.
I don't know because
That
because
Aquaman
that
movie came out
audience-
like 6 years ago.
it's different now. Like I don't know that any movie's gonna make $1 billion, and not fucking
Okay,
Aquaman
well, it
2.
might not make $1 billion, but
When
it's gonna
everyone
make,
knows it doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like
don't
it's
know
all gonna
if
be wiped out
everyone
next
knows
year.
that. Like we
not
know
all
that.
the moms.
Right.
It counts to them. This movie is real as fuck to them.
But they also know it's gonna be on fucking Max soon. You know what I mean? That's the thing too. Like I think no one's talking about that. Like the reason these Marvel movies don't make a shitload of money like they used to is because everyone knows in a few months they'll be on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yep.
I'm already
I
paying for
literally
that.
just said I was going to
Exactly,
watch
the
Marvels on Disney.
Yeah, because you're already paying for that. Might as well,
Yeah.
might as well do that. So just the model is so different that to expect the same results is batshit crazy. And to say that Batgirl is I don't know, man, because
That Batgirl movie looked great.
it's gonna be
And it had Brendan Fraser during those 2 months when everybody loved him again.
yeah,
Brendan Fraser is Firefly. That sounds awesome.
yeah. Show does.
Everybody decided they hate him but he had a
They
little.
did, dude.
Yeah,
When did
What?
that
They hate
happen?
him now? Why?
yeah. No, they went from not liking him to loving him to being like, yeah, you know what, he does kind of suck.
Why? What do you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who are
I
we
don't know
talking
what he
Just
about?
did.
existing as himself, and everyone just
Call him up.
Basically,
Call them up, Mahoney. We're gonna talk to
hello,
them all.
internet.
Yeah. Call the children.
we have
we
some
don't like
questions
Jason
for you.
Momoa anymore?
And I'm gonna
No,
be
no,
like,
no.
children.
Brendan Fraser.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Have you seen the 2 episodes of Scrubs that Brendan Fraser was in?
No, but I think they're sad, right?
They're tremendous. Fantastic episodes.
Well,
Wait, hold on.
I bet the children don't even know Scrubs.
Kelly
oh no, the children love
loves-
Scrubs.
Kelly
The
loves
children love Scrubs?
Yeah,
Kelly
like
loves
Suits.
Scrubs. He loves General Hospital. Do you just like hospitals, Kelly?
I actually hate hospitals, which is oddly enough.
How many other shows do you watch that are centered in a hospital? Do you watch ER?
You think? No, I think those are the only 2.
Grey's Anatomy?
No, I used to watch Royal Pains, but that's about a concierge doctor.
Because it was on the same night as Suits.
Yeah, well, it would be on after Raw, so I
right,
just
right.
keep the channel on.
Yeah, I've seen
their perfect audience.
I've
to
seen
run
the
over.
opening of a few episodes of Royal Pains, that's for sure.
Yeah. Hey, that's how I started watching Suits, because it was on. They did like the special premiere episode right
Mhm.
after Raw, and I was like, I'll watch this, and I'm like, oh shit, this show rocks. And then years later, everyone else was like, oh man, this show's great. I was like, I fucking told you.
it's really pretty amazing to see that all play out. Like Suits is like I forget what service it's on, but when you go into it, it's like a premiere, like top of the page, like, hey, we got Suits.
I think it's
like-
Netflix.
You wanna
I think
come
it
get
might
some
be,
of
yeah.
the Suiterverse.
Across the Suitiverse.
Yeah. I wonder if they can get the Duchess of Essex or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
Also-
I bet you she's gonna need a fucking paycheck pretty soon.
Yeah, really. She probably is a couple of weeks away from needing to come back to Suits.
She's
Um,
like, what MCU movie can I be in?
I'm gonna throw out a free idea to any streaming service, but especially Disney Plus.
All right.
As a parent with children who often want to watch the same shit over and over and over again, why isn't that a section? Like, how come when I turn on Disney Plus, it's not like, oh, are you here to watch Prep and Landing
Right,
for the
right.
70th time this
Right.
week? Like, every single time I open your app, I turn on the same fucking movie. So put it at the top of my screen. Why do I have to go
Yeah.
in the search?
Yeah, there's not really like a recently watched on Disney Plus.
No, because
The-
they're like,
the
oh, you already
categories
watched it.
suck.
You don't want to watch it again, which I understand as a me, but as a child, that's all they want is to
That's-
watch
yeah.
it again.
That's the opposite of YouTube. YouTube's like, hey, you watched this. Want to watch this again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And again,
Because YouTube is for the kids. They get it.
I don't want to
like
watch
Wu-Tang.
any video twice. That's not true. Creed Shreds 3.
yeah.
There's a lot of
Fuck
good
yeah.
videos I watch twice.
Tricking it to the treats.
Yeah. I mean, we have the Google TV, and you turn it on, and it gives you like a front page, and it recommends shit to you. But like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
does
do
that.
a great job of recommending
I
shit.
could not agree
Like,
more.
you should know what I watch, when I watch it, and anticipate that.
How I watch it.
Yeah.
I said almost that exact thing to Lisa last night. We have the Samsung or the one that looks like a picture.
Mm-hmm. Fancy.
And I have Samsung phone, I have a Samsung tablet, I have like Samsung everything. And when I turn on my Samsung TV and it brings me to the page of like, hey, what do you want to watch? I'm like, Samsung, you know everything I've watched.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so bad at guessing what I want to see?
Why
Like,
do I have to click into YouTube in the morning to watch 3 videos when you could just put them on my home screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
God,
They're all up in my home screen.
old as fuck. Just angry.
So yeah, the Marvels was good. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Going back to the box office of it all, and I've been
Yeah.
thinking about this a lot lately, is the MCU started in 2008.
Yep.
It is 2023.
Mhm.
This franchise has been rolling for 15 years straight and is only now in the past year started to feel the dip of
Yep.
their viewership falling off. And I can't think of any franchise in history that has this amount of bangers and this amount of like hold on the culture that the MCU has.
I think the only thing that they had that was close is James Bond.
But
and I think
even-
James Bond at this point doesn't even measure up anymore.
Well, and James
Yeah, but
Bond, it would, they would have a new Bond. They would run that Bond until the movie stopped making money, and then they would cool it for a few years, and then debut a new Bond, right? They've been doing that for like fucking 60 years. But
Yeah,
there was always
but that's the
Bond
thing
life
for
cycle.
like as far as like longevity and success record.
but
It was basically Marvel and Bond.
but they weren't putting out 3
That was
James
like
Bond
before
movies a
Infinity
year.
War, you know,
Right.
like
Yeah, but Bond never had like the amount of hits
3
in a
movies
row.
a year.
But yeah, the
Right,
closest
right.
anything has ever come to it is probably James Bond, because I mean, even Batman fell off the fucking face of the earth for like 6-7 years. Right? 97 to 2004, 2005.
Yeah, Shoemaker killed him.
2005, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to touch it for a while.
The money was just too damn good for after Endgame for them to go, you know what? Let's slow play this. Let's do less.
What really, in my opinion, what went wrong is Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Them making the MCU like this is how we're going to get Disney Plus subscribers was a terrible idea for the MCU. Like,
I don't know.
This
It's just
idea
too much.
that they were like, we're going to just have basically from what I understand from reading about it is they were like, there's never going to be a day where there isn't a new piece of Marvel content, and it's going to drive our Disney Plus subscribers up. And it overwhelmed it, and it got to the point where people are like, I can't keep track of all this.
Yeah.
And I think the Marvels is enjoyable. I don't think that the reason that people aren't going is necessarily because of superhero burnout or whatever. But I do think that if you're looking at this and you're like, okay, so it's Captain Marvel, and then I got to go watch WandaVision, and then I got to watch Ms. Marvel, and then there's the
It's a
casual
lot.
fan is just like, I don't even know who these people are. Like, why would I go and do that?
Well,
you know?
I mean, the ideally we would have all watched all of those, without
Yeah, but-
issue.
But it didn't happen
It
because they decided there'd never be a day without new Marvel
There's
content
too much.
and burned everybody out trying to make it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And everything fell off. So, in my opinion, it all started to go wrong with that decision.
Yeah, it was Disney Plus, COVID.
Right. Yeah, and I think you're really onto something with the whole rise of streaming services, and people COVID just changed the landscape of movies in general, and people are just not going to go to the theater because the new engagement model is I sit and wait for it to come to me at my house, and that's fine. It's just that comes
you
with
can't-
consequences.
Yeah, you can't expect
The
results from the before time.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
They still have X-Men and Fantastic Four in their back pocket, which will be big, I assume, once those movies
Sure.
happen, and that'll be
But the thing you have to remember with Fantastic Four, though, is it hasn't been like
I'm so
Okay,
glad
for
you said that.
X-Men at least.
I keep thinking that too whenever people are like, oh, well, Fantastic Four's coming. And I'm like, over the entire history of my life, no one has liked the Fantastic Four.
the
ever.
the
The
idea
comic,
of an
the
MCU
TV show, the
Fantastic
movie,
Four,
nothing. Nobody's ever liked it.
I like the concept of Fantastic Four.
You like the concept,
Yeah.
but nobody likes the Fantastic Four in practice. So I think banking on that is a risk.
I have enjoyed two of the
X-Men
actually.
more than
Hold on,
anything.
I have enjoyed 3 of the 4 Fantastic Four movies.
What is the fourth Fantastic
Not
Four?
you, Fan Four Stick.
yeah,
The Roger
What's the-
Corman one, the two.
Oh, okay.
2000s
We're counting
ones.
Roger Corman.
Yeah,
Roger Corman one is the best one.
it's pretty good. Incredibles is great too.
Yeah, I mean, Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie of them all.
so I'm looking. I just wanted to check. So this is in 2005, mind you. So damn near 20 years ago, the original Fantastic Four brought in over $300 million worldwide. That's
That's
nothing to-
2005 money. Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
And then the Rise of the Silver Surfer pulled in 300 worldwide, and that was in
That's
2007.
fine.
That's,
But
and that's where
Did anyone
Galactus was a
like it?
fucking Cloud.
did they
No.
sell toys? Did it lead to anything? You know what I
I
mean?
definitely
Like,
sold some toys, but yeah, the Silver Surfer was so fucking cool in that movie.
Yeah,
man. It's-
Silver Surfer was good. Galactus, not so much.
Yeah, the Fan Four Stick made negative $18. No,
See, I think I'm looking at it with rose-colored glasses for like 2018 MCU and the potential of X-Men and Fantastic Four just being integrated into that. And
yeah, I think X-Men will be cool because I think people are going to want to see how that works. Because after a fair amount of pretty shitty X-Men movies, I
Yeah.
think people are excited to see what could happen when they get some new creative juice behind it.
well, the novelty of it all, which we've never gotten, is the X-Men and the Fantastic Four interacting with the Avengers and the other MCU characters. That's what we
Yeah,
want.
so it's really
right?
cool that you're going to have the Avengers and the the X-Men and the Fantastic Four popping up in an MCU without a Captain America or an Iron Man.
Oh,
well,
get out of here!
That is the other problem. Is like, yeah,
Like,
sure,
fuck.
they're in the universe now, but all the people from the universe are gone.
Yeah, but we're doing Secret Wars. Everything, all bets are off.
They're
All bets
all-
are
I
off.
mean,
coming
what's
back.
going to happen by? So, what'd you say? It's been 15 years. It's
Yeah,
2008.
yeah.
So we're 5 years away from the 20-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
When does Secret Wars and all that happen?
Fuck, man, that shit's always changing. It was supposed
Yeah.
to be 2026, 2027, I think, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hit the 20-year anniversary right around the time of Secret Wars, and we're gonna reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes
And
it sense.
like, good, do it. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Because then you could start from square one with an all new Avengers team, all new X-Men, all new Fantastic Four,
Exactly.
and Spider-Man.
exactly. And I'll be
I'm-
in the theater day one. Wait for it. This is like a rebuild year in a sports team.
Yeah,
right?
and that's fine. That's kind of the point I'm getting at, is that all franchises go through this. Fucking
Right.
Yeah.
Star Wars went 16 years without a movie.
Yeah.
I like the rebuild idea. Yeah, like you're still going to sell tickets to the game, but not as much when they were back-to-back champs.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the thing I kept thinking about too is like all these people talking about how some of the like, because box office aside, there definitely is a consensus that the quality isn't what it used to be for a lot of this stuff.
Right.
And I'm looking at some of these things. I'm like, oh, fucking welcome to reading comics. Okay, guess what?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not great. All right.
The other thing is,
Sometimes it takes a minute to get the good team back.
the quality isn't the same is unfair because those of us who've been on the ride since 2008, the quality is pretty much the same. It is not the same as the golden age of like 5 or 6 amazing movies in a row. You know,
Right.
when it was like, what was it? Civil War, Black Panther, like they released in the prime of these children's youth. they had like 7 Marvel
Right.
movies in a row that are just untouchable.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. It's not as good as that. And you know what? Nothing in your life ever will be.
But also the quality has dipped because everything is spread so thin, and even Feige's spread thin.
Right.
The
Absolutely.
all the
Again,
visual
coming
effects
back to
artists.
let's use this as our way to get our
Yeah.
Disney Plus subscribers up. Like, you fucked your
Remember-
whole franchise.
Remember, it was one San Diego early in the MCU where they're like, all right, we're going to have 3 MCU movies come out this year. And we were all like, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of movies. And now they're like, how about this? 3 movies, 4 TV shows a year. Eat it, pig.
Eat the slop.
Eat the slop, piggy.
Just got.
And I'm over here like oink oink.
It's too much to consume. It's too much to coordinate. It's too much to, like, the other thing that is worth mentioning with the Marvels is they changed the release date of it 4 times.
Mhm.
Because when you're trying to do what they're doing, like, it's not even about like, oh, is the Marvels ready to go? It's like, oh, this movie's not ready. The Marvels is closer. You come out in February now.
What was
It's
that?
like, well, wait a minute. Like,
that one article that we shared around about the MCU. What was it? The movies that they had to flip flop around because of the storyline. They had to move some movie up way in the schedule. Was it like Doctor Strange or Black Panther or whatever?
Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness was originally supposed to come out before No Way Home, and then didn't. And then that's part of the reason why that story's all fucked. And like people are like, this doesn't really make any sense. It's like, yeah, because he was supposed to have already messed around with the multiverse in a whole movie. Like, so there's been a whole bunch of this.
Who would have thought that the real Multiverse of Madness was the MCU all along?
Yeah, really. And I don't think, like, I know that we're in like the multiverse, whatever, but like there was an entire phase where, other than vaguely introducing the concept of the multiverse, like, it didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
you know what I
nothing
mean?
happened.
And I don't think people were ready for that.
Yeah, so we're in phase 6 now,
Yeah.
and
This was
Endgame was the end of phase 4.
No.
Wait, no. Then we're in 5.
Yeah, Ant-Man was the start of 5.
But like Shang-Chi, what the hell else?
Spider-Man,
Eternals,
Black
Spider-Man,
Widow.
like all of those was like one phase.
Right.
And it's like, what exactly did the Eternals do again? You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of Black Widow? Like, and don't get me wrong, like, Black Widow is a great movie, but like, how does it fit this whole narrative? And like, when you sell everybody on your interconnected world, and then you want to know why they're not interested anymore, it's because your cohesive story fell apart when you had Kevin Feige try to watch over 35 projects at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think,
also,
I
like,
think
I
we're
don't-
figuring it
But
out.
I don't know why you can't just enjoy Black Widow and not be like, oh, this
You
sucks because
can.
it didn't go into the over thing. Like, I like
You
I
certainly
don't mind it.
can, but that's not what the audience is showing up ready to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
fair
like,
enough.
for example, when they're going to do this whole thing with Echo and they're like, oh, Marvel Spotlight, all you had to do to fix this, and I'm sure Feige would have thought of this if he had more than 15 minutes of free time in a day, is to be like, we have multiple storylines now. We have the
Right,
multiverse
yeah, sure.
storyline.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep tabs on the multiverse storyline, this is what you need to follow up on. And we also have like the,
Street
like
level.
tying up the loose ends of
Yeah.
whatever. And that's Black Widow and Spider-Man and this. Or you can come over here and watch Moon Knight or like Blade or whatever. Like, he should have just established it as like, these are the stories and this is where you can go for that content. And everybody would have been like, cool, makes sense.
Yeah. They'll figure it out.
They will. I have faith that they're going to
Oh,
write
yeah.
it and correct it, but I get why people are like frustrated with him right now.
Step number 1, get your actors on set.
Yeah.
Physical set. Where COVID's over.
yeah,
like,
that's-
we're no
They
more.
did
No more of these fucking Zoom appearances in movies.
I mean, okay, but I'm kind of okay with Zoom appearances in the case of full CGI characters. Because I couldn't have gotten an X-Men character. It's basically Deadpool, right? Deadpool couldn't get an X-Men character unless they just used a full CGI Colossus. And so
Right.
they were like, we can't have an X-Men character, but we sure can get Kelsey Grammer to pick up the phone and record 2 lines and draw the Beast saying them, you know?
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Counter to that is
Yeah, but if
you
you're
can get-
Marvel,
you can
if you're
get
gonna do
some
it, fucking do it right.
You can get some fucking stuntman to put on the blue fur and pipe in Kelsey Grammer's voice after the fact.
Why can't you just fucking pay Kelsey Grammer and get him down there and goddamn do it?
Right. Yeah.
Because
Book
Kelsey
a
Grammer is
fucking
busy
flight.
on his Frasier relaunch press
Yeah, they
tour.
rebooted Frasier, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but you got that budget. That's where
Yeah,
some of that money should have went, was making the shit real.
Yeah.
But they talked a lot about how Guardians 3, bunch of sets, bunch of practical costumes. And, you know, people responded very favorably, did very well. And also,
Yes.
you know, it just,
Yeah.
and
But that's
also
also
CGI characters.
Yeah.
yes, but there was someone on set representing those CGI
Mhm.
characters.
Yeah,
You know?
but that's the James Gunn touch at that point.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
That's also just letting a director go
Right.
and let them direct in their own style rather than the kind of formless, faceless Marvel House
Like,
style.
you expect on a James Gunn set there was like a little Feige pen that he couldn't move from. Like,
yeah,
Kevin, you get this little box here. You can watch, but like you cannot interact whatsoever.
Yeah, that's the thing too about that Coyote versus Acme movie. Like James Gunn wrote that, and they were like, "No, shelve it." Like, what? What are you doing? Like,
maybe he had a friend who had a part of the movie Gun shelved. So now it's just a big fuck you to Gun. So he's like, oh, yeah, you want to shelve my fucking dude's movie? How about this?
but they hired him
Coyote?
to run the DC films, and they're like, "But we're gonna put your fucking Coyote movie on the shelf someplace." So
Well,
crazy.
it wasn't. That much thought did not go into it, Lee. It was.
No, it definitely did not.
It was a line item. Like they probably didn't even know the name of the movie. They're just
No,
like,
probably
okay,
not.
what is this purchase order here? There's a $30 million budget movie. Okay, well, we need to trim some off of the budget so we can write this one off, right? A $30 million
So
loss.
crazy. So crazy.
I had a moment recently where I was having an existential crisis where, you know, we make these videos and then sometimes they never see the light of day. Sometimes they just we make them for no reason and nobody ever sees them. And it bugs me. And then I see a full ass movie getting thrown in the trash. I'm like, fuck. It's hard all around. Like everybody's just trying not to get their shit thrown in the garbage.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Isn't that what we're all doing? Just trying not to get thrown in the trash?
It's all disposable.
Yeah.
Disposable Ozarks.
It's all Ozarks,
On that
yeah.
positive note, let's fucking land this thing. Go see the Marvels or wait till Disney Plus. Point, you should watch it. It is a good time. You should totally watch the Marvels when you can.
Nick Fury is in it, and he's better than Secret Invasion Nick Fury. So
Holy shit. There's a bit where Nick Fury and the Khans are, you know, careening towards a planet in a spaceship, and Kamala's brother is in the back seat, and he's saying a prayer, and it's probably Farsi, and Nick Fury's like, "Are you praying?" And he kind of stops for a second. He goes, "No, man, don't stop. We need all the help we can get." Point to the ground. He's like, very good. It's a good time. Would recommend. So yeah, we'll be back next week talking about something, doing something. all the things. Yeah. So for Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, we'll talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.